Good afternoon. So we had Michigan at our table. Anybody else a little further? Oh, okay. San Diego. Nepal. Oh, okay. I think that table wins. Okay, we do have a few adjustments here. Let's go right into our guests and visiting Rotarians. Mary, Mike, you're going to come up here and speak right with her.
Good afternoon, Greenville. Mary Cadero here. It is my pleasure to introduce our guests. Angie Chandler, she's a guest of the club. Please stand. Nicole Harwood, she's another guest of our wonderful club. And Kelly Byers, one more guest of our club. Did I miss anybody there? All right, we have two visitors from other clubs. We have Carol Burdette, she's from Anderson, and Dee Vaughn. Carol and Dee, can you stand up? Dee, where are you from? I'm sorry? Okay, Simpsonville. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Snively. I've got the honor of recognizing the Alexander Elementary Teacher of the Month and Staff Member of the Month. Where are, over to my left. You would stand up, ladies. Teacher of the Month this month is Haley Beck, a fourth grade teacher. This is her fourth year in education and at Alexander. Great, thank you. And Staff Member of the Month is Catherine Rice, a full-time substitute and first year at Alexander. Ladies, thank you for your commitment.
Well, good afternoon. It's been quite some time since we've had the opportunity to share member news. And part of this reason is that our membership news sponsorships are way down, making it very tough to fund our membership news. So Rotarians, don't forget that if you wish to sponsor member news, provide any sort of promo for you or your business, we are here to promote that here through membership news. And again, that cost cannot be beat because it's free. And in the spirit of Is It the Truth? A lack of sponsorships has nothing to do with why we haven't had membership news in a while. I've just been increasingly busy here trying to save the planet over at the Nature Conservancy. But happy back up here again today. And do encourage you all, if you have a special piece of news you want to share through membership news, or if you or your business want to sponsor membership news, please reach out to me. On to the membership news. Did you know that Elizabeth Razor is a member of the Garrison family that operates Denver Down Farms? Get it? You know, their fall season recently wrapped up, and if you missed it, I hate to say it, but you should have been there. A day at the farm is more fun than getting 2 drink tickets at a Rotary social event. And you should definitely make plans to attend for their spring outing starting next year. But most important news is their annual corn maze was ranked number 7 in the nation. For those of you curious, that ranking is higher than the Clemson Tigers or the Gamecocks had all season long. Maybe they should be having some team outings at Denver Down Farms to up their game a little bit. Congrats to Rotarian Tyler Robertson, who recently celebrated 1 year at Canty Tech Consulting. Way to go, Tyler. And a big shout out to Luke Rhodes and Stacy Lamonaco for recently completing and graduating from Opportunity Greenville with the Greenville Chamber of Commerce. Way to make your fellow Rotarians proud. Rotarian Jane Dyer recently shared her trailblazing story at Clemson's Military Appreciation Week. You see, Kringle Holiday Village isn't Jane's only claim to fame, see, folks. You know, she was the first Clemson ROTC alumna selected for Air Force pilot training and Clemson's first woman ROTC cadet commander. As the keynote speaker, Rotarian Dyer shared her military perspective and message of unity with an audience of graduate students studying mental health counseling in communities. Way to go, Jane. You can call Scott Stevens a lot of things, including Rotarian Stevens. You can also now call him Dr. Scott Stevens, who's recently getting his PhD wrapped up his counseling, PhD in counseling from Southwestern Seminary in Texas, and will be heading out there for graduation to walk across the stage and get his PhD sheepskin. So well done, Scott. And lastly, Rotarian Ryan Thackeray, that sounds cool, was recently selected for a special fellowship at the Nature Conservancy to support the Conservancy's involvement at the World Water Forum taking place in Bali, Indonesia next May. The World Water Forum is the world's largest conference on fresh water and brings together government, corporate, and NGO leaders to focus on water for shared prosperity. This will be my second time supporting these efforts for the Nature Conservancy after also supporting our efforts at the 9th Annual World Water Forum in Dakar, Senegal in 2022. I will do my best next year to make you Rotarians proud over in Indonesia at the World Water Forum. That's your member news for November. Again, if you have member news or would like to sponsor, please reach out. I can be found at DACDB, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can find me, reach out. Thank you.
Folks, as you know, Ryan Thackeray is one half of the Rotary Club of Greenville Players, so we're not going to miss an opportunity to do a little skit. As we all know, Kringle Holiday Village is coming up, and Kringle Holiday Village is a great place to advertise for membership in our club. And just to show you how easy it is, here's another skit from the Rotary Club of Greenville Players. Ryan, it's been too long, man. Did you bring all 12 of your kids to Kringle Holiday Village?
Wait, long time no see. Well, you know, I like to have one kid for every inch of hair that I have, so that's why I'm at 12 kids now. It's working out for you. Had to bring them all here this holiday, but this place is great, man. Loads of fun. The kids have been having a blast getting out on the baseball field. This is great, man.
If they get too crazy, just give them each a cup of the blue wine.
Oh, that's the trick. All right, fair enough. Very good.
Well, I'm actually here volunteering with the Rotary Club of Greenville. This is our fundraising project. This is how we raise money for our charity.
Wait, I thought this was all done by the Greenville Drive.
No, this started with the Rotary Club of Greenville. Greenville Drive is our partner.
Oh, fantastic. Well, hey, kudos to the Greenville Rotary Club. This is, again, really, really well done.
Have you ever thought, have you ever thought about joining Rotary? We do a lot of great work around town, a lot of good charity work, great membership-based organization, good networking opportunities.
If I could be a part of putting on things like this and maybe getting good lunches at the Westin a couple times a month.
Sure could. You sure could. And actually, the ticket to get in, here's a little card. Got the URL code on it. You can scan it and learn about our club through our Discover Rotary program, which occurs twice a month, once in person before one of our regular Tuesday meetings.
Well, I really appreciate it. Easy enough. I can just scan that QR code there. I think they'd really be coming back in style here.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'll follow up with you soon.
All right. Hey, great
Good
to
to
see
see
you.
you, man.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Ring, ring, ring. Ryan!
Wait! Well, it's good, man. It's been a couple of weeks since I talked to you last, man. How things go at the Holiday Village?
Yeah, we raised $70,000.
Man, holy smokes, that club is kicking butt, man.
Being interested in joining your club? I need to follow up with you about that. Would you like to come to our first meeting in January? Not quite. The mayor's going to be there. You can come to Discover Rotary right before that.
Man, I'll tell you what, I was just looking at that card you gave me last week, and I was wondering if you're going to call me up. It means so much to me, Wade, that you would call me up 2 weeks after seeing me to see if I want to come to a Rotary meeting.
I'm glad you're interested, Ryan. Meet me at the West at 11 o'clock.
All right, sounds good. These phones are funky, man. All right, I appreciate it.
It's all about the follow-up, folks, on membership. Remember the follow-up and have some cards with you when you go to Kringle. Thanks.
Well done, well done. I'm Penny Robbins, I'm membership chair for the Rotary Club. And every couple of weeks, we get to have our self-intros with our Red Badgers. So I want to call up here to my left here, Bryce Garrett. Come on up. Stacy Lomonico. Okay, Mike Ryan, and I don't think Shannon Cantrell was able to make it today. Okay, she was hoping she could. So what's so nice about the self-intro is that you get to hear directly from your new Rotary members, and we think that that's really important. If you have any questions about where they're from, what they do, anything like that, check with them after the meeting today. But they know they've got 90 seconds to share their story, 90 seconds of fame, and we'll go ahead and get started then with Bryce. I'll have the timer. A cane will come out of here and grab you if, no, I won't.
Good afternoon. I'm Bryce Garrett, your Greenville County Clerk of Court. I am a Greenville native, married to Wes Garrett. I have 2 adult daughters and a 9-month-old grandson who I'm in love with. Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed being a part of this. I've met many of you and look forward to meeting many more of you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Stacy Lamonaco. Lucy Henry is my sponsor. I really followed this format. I'm originally from Marion, Indiana, but I spent the last 25 years in Southwest Florida in the Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. My husband, Ron, and I moved to Greenville in February and brought my mom along. She just retired after 75 years, or she was 75 years old. After 75 years, I'm the vice president and branch manager in a bank. I have 2 children, 19 and 25, along with 2 granddaughters, 2 and 4, and too many kitties. But can you really have too many kitties? I belong to the Rotary Club in Babcock Ranch, Florida. I started the Babcock Ranch Referral Alliance. I was the chairperson for the Cape Coral Community Redevelopment Agency. I graduated and then chaired the Leadership Cape Coral program. Since I've been here, I've completed Opportunity Greenville and belong to the Greenville Networking Group and have participated in my first hands-on Greenville. That was a lot of fun. Some fun facts. I worked at Cedar Point for 3 summers while I attended Purdue. I love roller coasters and theme parks. I'm obsessed with decorating for Christmas. I play all percussion instruments and I rapped at my wedding.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Ryan. I want to thank my sponsors, Penny Robbins and Sandra Nyblom. I was born in 1953 in Los Angeles, California. I spent the next 68 years in San Diego. When I graduated high school, like many of us, I had a fork in the road. I chose college. I started my professional career as a CPA. Quickly, I am a recovering CPA. I quickly went into the private sector, started my own business, ran it for 30 years, retired, sold it in 2018. And I had the opportunity to take that other half of the fork in the road from many, many years before. And I am now a licensed 200-ton master captain. I run private yachts up and down the Florida to Maine every year. Enjoy that. Over the years, I've been on many service organizations. I was national president of Professional Environmental Marketing Association. I was local board chair of the USO. I was national president of Natural High, which is a Say No to Drugs organization, trustee of Gillespie School, and I'm currently trustee of the Bishop School. I have 4 children, starting at age 40 and down to age 20. I had the opportunity to be introduced to Rotary. Last year, I was able to go to Rotary International in Australia. I met many, many fabulous people there from around the world. And I got an up-close personal look at Rotary Global Mission, which was fabulous. Bringing it home, I worked on the Greenville Committee last year. Again, met many, many wonderful people, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you in the future. Thank you very much.
And speaking of Kringle, if anybody's got any spare time, the 8th through the 10th, let me know. We need some liaison wanderers. Is it on? Am I on? Okay. So if you have any time, the 8th through the 10th of December, let me know. Be happy to put you in a certain spot for a PR liaison to wander through the concourse with all the holiday revelers, and you can tell them all about Rotary. So see me afterwards. Thanks.
Thank you, Penny. I'm Beth Paget. I'm a member of this club, but I'm also your District Rotary Foundation Chair who has been spamming you for about the past month or so to contribute to the Rotary Foundation. November is Foundation Month. And so I'm doing not the typical Rotary Foundation speech I've done at 20 clubs already this year. This one's going to be a slightly different. But first of all, I want to say thank you for those of you who have signed up to come to our Rotary Foundation celebration Friday night. It is sold out as of yesterday. So no amount of begging will get you in there, and you'll get no more emails about that. So, thank you for coming if you have signed up. It's going to be a great night to celebrate many accomplishments, including the accomplishments of this club, which is such a generous donor to the Rotary Foundation. When we talk about the Rotary Foundation, you have to go back to the origins of Rotary. Paul Harris, who created it. We just talked about that in Discover Rotary. Lesser known, the sixth president of Rotary International was a guy named Arch Klump. Arch Klump had an idea that the Rotary Foundation needed to do more than focus on business networking. It needed also to focus on finding a vehicle, funding a vehicle for us as Rotarians to go out and do good in the world. That was the impetus a few years later after Rotary was founded for us to found the founding of the Rotary Foundation as a way for Rotarians to fund their desire to do good in the world. To honor Arch Klump in 2004, a special society was created called the Arch Klump Society for the highest levels of donors in Rotary International who give at least $250,000 lifetime giving to Rotary. They exemplify philanthropy in their own communities, but also in Rotary International. If you give anything to the foundation, and most of the people in this club do, thank you. Every dollar that's given to the foundation does good in the world through what we do to eradicate polio, to what our club personally does in Haiti with economic development, vocational service, to what we help fund in Honduras through our water and sanitation projects, through our efforts at building peace and goodwill, throughout every avenue, throughout every project of Rotary International, we are doing good in the world. And Arch Klump Society members exemplify that personal mission of the foundation. And again, they are the leaders in philanthropy in the Rotary Foundation. So if you're ever lucky enough to go to Rotary headquarters in Evanston, which is right outside of Chicago, you will find among there are about 1,200,000 Rotarians in the world. About 700 interactive photographs will be displayed of the 700 plus members of the Arch Klump Society. So if you're ever lucky enough to go, say, show me the picture of Terry and Pam Weaver. They will be officially recognized Friday night. They were officially inducted into the Arch Klump Society in the Bahamas, and they can tell you more about the Rotary Foundation than I can because they know what motivates them to give at a level that that is quite impressive. But also to recognize Terry and Pam is to also say they give on a big scale, they give at our club also, and then they sit back there and make sure AV works, and they help with Discover Rotary, and they help flip hamburgers at Teacher Appreciation Day for Alexander, and they do everything that's part of the lifeblood of this club. So I want to recognize Terry and Pam, and Terry is going to tell you why he gives of all the charities in the world that he could donate this type of money to, he decided to use the Rotary Foundation as his way of doing good in the world. Thank you.
In case anybody doesn't know who Pam is, I was invited to share a couple of words about why the Rotary Foundation is our charity of choice. And we started on this track in 2015 as major donors. After 37 years of Rotary, a polio vaccination trip to India, and Rotary trips to Haiti, Honduras, and Guatemala, among other places in the world, but those were global grant locations. And on one of those sites, now, when you visit one of these global grant sites, you're visiting a place that was chosen by another Rotary club in that country. And so, of course, those Rotarians accompany you out to the visit, whatever it happens to be. In this case, it was a water project. So it was members of the Rotary Club of Copan. And, you know, we're acquainted with those people. They know us, we know them, they've got our backs with respect to what we're doing in that country. And so we're out on a work site, and a group of villagers, probably 20 of them, are digging a foundation for a ground-based water tower, for a masonry water tank to store water up on the hillside above the village. And so Of course, anything like that deserves a couple of speeches. And so several of those were made in Spanish, of course, by the Rotarians, and they invited us to speak and interpreted for us. And then they invited the villagers to speak if they wanted to. And I didn't think much of that, but this old man stepped up out of the back of the crowd. He must have been about 90 and had this tattered old straw hat. He put it up over his chest and he said in Spanish, interpreted for us, "I've been working with the local church for a long time, and I've been praying for 25 years that we'd somehow have clean water in our village. And I believe you were sent by God to provide clean water to our village." Now, I don't think he meant just you in the local sense. I was there, Lance Young was there, Ed Irick was there, and Al Steele was there, of course. I think he meant you in the collective, because everybody in the room that contributes to the Rotary Foundation literally had a hand in that project. That's the way this works. We can do things on a scale that we could never do on our own by working together through this global organization. So Rotary's been very good to us. It's been a valuable personal and family and business network across 4 cities and 45 years. And frankly, it's brought me a lot of business. Your mileage may vary, but it's brought a significant amount of business into my world. And I've said before, I've gotten a lot more out of Rotary than I ever put into it, which has been a lot. So this is a little bit of a way of evening up the score. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Carol Burdette, and over the past few years, I have had the privilege of serving as your membership chair for the entire district. And so I would like to invite Jane Dyer, Scott Stevens, and Terry Weaver up to the front. My remarks will be quick, but I want to make sure that they're up here. So as I've made these presentations, I often refer to inviting someone to Rotary and asking them to join as giving them a gift. It was one of the best gifts I've ever received. I also compare Rotary to a door that opens opportunities to enhance leadership and professional skills, to make friends, and to serve. Or better yet said, Rotary allows me to be a better person, to have friends that are like family, and to create and be a part of meaningful service. For those of you in this room, that meaningful service could be in Greenville, or I just could not go by this club without mentioning meaningful service, like the opportunity to allow people to learn, like Charles and Ghislaine Warren have done so many years in Haiti. See, growing membership is the backbone of Rotary. And today we honor 4 individuals, 3 of them that are here, that have reached the silver level of the Rotary International Membership Society. Jane Dyer, who has sponsored 31 members, Elizabeth Lyons, who has sponsored 35 members, Scott Stevens, who has sponsored 31 members, and Terry Weaver, who has sponsored 33 members. Now, I know that I want you all to give them a big hand as I present them their crystals today, but I know a better way that you can honor them, and that would be by giving the gift of Rotary to someone, by inviting them to your club and asking them to join this magnificent organization that we are all a part of, Rotary. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeremy Hart, and I'm part of, is it too, can you hear me now? Okay. My name is Jeremy Hart. I am part of the Kringle team, so me and Jane's going to bring you guys an update. I'm going to talk about the parade and the volunteers, and Jane's going to fill us in on everything else. So as far as the parade goes, it's going to be this Saturday, and Marty's doing a great job with that, and we're looking forward to a good time. And I hear we may impress the judges enough to hopefully get some cool stuff, or at least some recognition. But anyways, thanks to everyone. We have gotten at least 37 people signed up for this Saturday, so we have met our quota and exceeded it, and we're looking forward to a good time. For those who have signed up, we're going to be sending out some more information either today or tomorrow. So be looking out for that as far as logistics and meetup location and all that stuff. As far as Kringle, that is coming up very soon. We're counting down the days now. Thank you to everyone who has already signed up to volunteer. Unfortunately, we only have 35% of our slots currently filled. And we are dependent on our volunteers to make this event a success. So if you have not signed up, especially if you have a red badge, please sign up. I think Jenny has sent, we're asking for at least 2 slots from everybody. And each slot is very, very short. It's only like 2 hours, 3 hours, somewhere in there. I don't know, 3 hours. So, 2 slots is pretty easy to do. And I know Jenny has sent out many emails, and I think we've gotten text messages and everything with the link. If you have any questions, you can ask me. You can find my contact information, email, phone number on DACDB. I think there's some emails with it as well. So if you have any trouble signing up on Sign Up Genius, just let me know. If you have a specific date and time you want to be there, but you don't want to scroll through all the stuff to pick your slots, just send me that information. I can plug you in somewhere else. And if you have signed up anywhere else, if you're not signed up on Sign Up Genius, then we are not tracking you. So please make sure that you're on Sign Up Genius. That's how we're officially tracking all volunteers. So, and all those links have been sent out, and I will be here afterwards for any questions. I can sign you up on my phone as we exit, whatever you need. We can make it happen. So thank you.
Jeremy, you know what I love about Kringle?
What do you love about
If it
Kringle?
weren't for Kringle, we wouldn't be great friends, would we?
No, I guess not.
So that is one of the greatest things about Kringle is actually getting out there, working and doing good stuff, and really getting to know your fellow Rotarians, which makes Rotary that much better, right?
It does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So of course we need you to volunteer. That's super, super important. And there are plenty of other opportunities. It is never too late to be a sponsor. We have sponsorship slots available, and we can still get all that great publicity for your company. So we have sponsorship opportunities. We have Friends of Kringle. So if you have $100 you want to donate, or if you have $1,000, or we'll take $1 million, however much you got, we would love to have it to go help support Kringle. And then we have the silent auction. We're still taking items for the silent auction. Like I said last time, it's a thing about people. So you gotta, when you see it on Facebook or know about it, maybe your spouse or someone else would like to know what's there. There's some great trips, great values, and lots of handmade things and sports things. So go to the silent auction, and you can still donate to the silent auction, or you can start shopping already on the silent auction. And volunteers, the parade's taken care of. What else is out there for free?
VIP.
Oh, the VIP event.
Yeah, VIP event. You want to
So Rusty has yet again planned for an amazing, fun VIP event. So some of you think, well, maybe that's not me. Well, that is you, because if you like fun, you like to have a good time, you love Christmas, you love being with Rotarians, and you love to tell our sponsors how great Rotary is. Friday night, 5 to 8 or 9, music, food. If Rusty's involved, it's going to be super fun. We have the world's greatest MC, our own Wade Cole. So
yeah,
it's going to be super fun. And the tickets are online at the website. So go there. So the important thing is like that about, I said last time, where can you find all this information? Yay.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Okay, so now we have our speakers, and today we will listen to 4 of our club members from nonprofit organizations. Now, as you see, today was a packed agenda, so if we go just a few minutes over, hang in there because we only have 1 meeting next month. So you can do it. As you saw, there was nothing we wanted to cut. We wanted to try to get all this in there. But we are going to give each of these speakers their 5 minutes, and we'll have all questions at the end. And we're starting with Mr. Paul Fineli.
It's a pleasure to be here today. I've been a member of this club for over 5.5 years, and unfortunately, my work schedule has prevented me from being here very frequently, but I'm very happy to be back today. To keep with the 5 minutes, I wanted to just read some prepared remarks. So here we go. Here we go. So Shriners Children's first opened its hospital in 1922 in Shreveport, Louisiana, to combat the devastating polio epidemic that was ravaging the United States back in the 20th century. Shriners Children's Greenville was the 14th hospital to join the Shriners healthcare system and opened its doors in 1927 off of Pleasantburg Road. Your hospital here in Greenville was the first and only Shriners hospital to be built wholly with philanthropic support. We counted the Greenville's own Burgess Charities and the Duke Endowment as early supporters in those years that allowed us to keep our doors open and meeting our mission throughout the years of the Great Depression. Today, Shriners Children's has grown to become a preeminent provider of pediatric orthopedic care in the Southeast United States, and we treat over 85 different orthopedic conditions such as scoliosis, cerebral palsy, spina bifida, arthrogryposis, osteogenesis imperfecta, and a host of other ailments that children throughout our world are living with. Serving predominantly the Carolinas, Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, Shriners Children's Greenville has already cared for kids this year from 38 states and 33 different countries. Our hospital is home to the largest team of pediatric orthopedic surgeons in the Carolinas. They perform 1,400 life-altering surgeries annually. Our outpatient clinic records over 16,000 individual patient visits, giving kids and parents the confidence to know that they have a team of clinicians that are there to meet their every need. Our in-house pediatric orthotics and prosthetic services team custom makes 6,500 legs, arms, feet, and custom shoes for our children with limb deficiencies so they can enjoy the things that they want to attack and enjoy in life. Our imaging team compassionately uses technology such as our EOS machine, the only one of its kind in the Carolinas. And it's a device that we use to do digital scans of our patients, but it emits 90% less radiation. Many hospitals don't want to invest in a piece of equipment like this because it's about $1 million, and it doesn't really increase your insurance reimbursements. We got this particular device because it emits 90% less radiation for our patients, which is incredibly important for a young boy or young girl who's battling scoliosis, where the only way we can know if our treatment is working on them is if to do continual weekly x-rays. We have a state-of-the-art motion analysis lab here in Greenville, one of only 16 across the country. And in that lab, we do 850 motion analysis studies where we study the anatomy and physiology of every single one of our patients so that we can best determine how surgical encounters or physical and occupational therapy is going to help change their lives. We also employ a team of child life specialists who use Build-A-Bears, toys, games, and infuse psychotherapy to help our patients grow in their confidence and in their comfort with our hospital system here at Shriners Children's in Greenville. Together, each team member comprises a family that is Shriners Children's Greenville. In closing, I want to share a brief story about a young girl who came to us back in 1938. Her name is Lois Price. She wasn't Price back then. She was only 12 years old. She grew up on a cotton farm. She was one of 12 kids in Union, South Carolina. And all 12 kids shared one bike. So you can imagine the battles that happened over that one bicycle. So they were enjoying this one bike, and Lois took a trip around the farm, and she took another trip around the farm. She took a third trip around the farm. Her brother got kind of tired of waiting. So the brother grabbed the handlebar as Lois was riding by on the fourth trip, and Lois fell and broke her arm. But when you grew up on a cotton farm in 1938 in Union, South Carolina, and you're hurting, you don't complain too much. So it was 2 days before her parents realized that she had severely broken her arm. The infection had gotten so bad that doctors there in town thought she was going to have to lose it. Lois had never left Union, South Carolina. Her family put her on a bus, told her, when the bus driver says Greenville, I want you to hit that button. So at 12 years old, she got on the bus. Bus driver said, I'm at Greenville. She hit that button. And guess who was waiting for her at the bus stop there in Greenville? A Shriner from Hijaz Shriners. Met her and his family. They took her to the hospital. Lois is 96 years old today. She lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, and she sent me a note about 2.5 years ago. She says, I will forever remember every face that I saw at Shriners Hospital when I was 12 years old. She still remembers the name of her surgeon, Dr. Warren White, who was our first chief of staff. She remembers the names and the faces of the Shriner and his family that met her at the bus station. She remembers the names of the people who came to visit her on Sunday afternoons and sang songs with her and placed flowers next to her bed and the bed of every other child in that hospital. That's the legacy of Shriners Children's. Patients like Lois. We opened our doors in this community nearly 100 years ago. Little did we know that our little hospital, our 50-bed hospital located here on Farish Road, was going to be serving kids from all over the world. Already this year, as I mentioned, we've served kids from 33 different countries. Children who are coming to us because they cannot access the state-of-the-art care that we offer here in Greenville at Shriners Children's. And we offer this care regardless of insurance status and regardless of a family's ability to pay. And the only reason we have been able to fulfill our century-old vision over the last 100 years is through philanthropic support. And it's that philanthropic support that's going to enable us to take care of children like Lois for the next 100 years. So thank you, Lisa, for the invitation to be here. It's nice to be back at the Rotary Club of Greenville, and I plan to be back every other week for here in the future. Thank you.
Going to keep the pace up here. Following me right up is Derek Lewis.
Good afternoon. I'm Derek Lewis. I'm the executive director of Greenville's First Steps office. Every county in South Carolina has a First Steps office, and we were created by the General Assembly. But we're a local nonprofit that funds programs to get kids ready for kindergarten. So everything we do is for children 0 to 5, and then our goal is to hand them off to kindergartens across the school district, ensuring those kids are ready to succeed. The two projects that we work on that we're most excited about currently are access to childcare and access to parenting supports. So in Greenville County, there are about 36,000 children aged 0 to 6 in Greenville County, and only about half of those kids enrolled in childcare. It's even worse for infants and toddlers. So if you think about that, that means nearly half of our infants and toddlers in Greenville County have a parent who is staying home to take care of them, or they have a grandparent or someone who's watching them so that both parents can return to work. So what we're working on is to make sure that childcare providers can expand their service to make sure that it's available not only to families in their community, but that they can maybe help other childcare providers start and expand their service. We're doing a lot of efforts right now in churches. So as you're thinking about this, if your church doesn't currently offer childcare in their Sunday school classrooms, please call me. We'd be happy to help them figure out a system to design and implement that program, or to find a childcare provider that could contract with that church to provide that service for them, and then actually have the church generate rent income based on the services they provide. So we're always looking for new opportunities. But the other project that we're really most excited about is called Family Connects. It started in May of this year. It's a project that's about a $2.5 million investment that Greenville First Steps, the United Way, the Community Foundation, the Duke Endowment, Greenville Health Authority put into Greenville County. And for this year and for the next 2 years, any mother in Greenville County that has a baby in one of our hospitals will be visited by a nurse who works for DHEC. And that nurse will check in with the mother, make sure she has everything she needs, make sure she has any questions. And if she's interested, we'll set up a home visit for 6 weeks after that baby is released from the hospital. And we've found that in North Carolina, this program has significantly improved mental health for the mothers, but also has made sure that mothers know what services are available to them. So maybe they don't know where to get a crib, or maybe they don't know how to install a car seat. Maybe they don't know how to make a doctor's appointment with their pediatrician, and they wait until the emergency room is the only option that's available to them. But Family Connects is not just for Medicaid eligible families. We actually find that Family Connects in North Carolina is particularly helpful for middle income families because it helps them understand the system that maybe they're not used to navigating. Family Connects in North Carolina has improved child DSS cases, has reduced emergency room utilization by 40% for infants and toddlers, and has made sure that children have access to preventative care before they need to be in the emergency room. So we're really excited about that project. If it goes well for the next couple of years through the funding that we've secured, then our goal will be for Family Connects to expand across the entire state of South Carolina. The last thing that I do want to tell you about is these parenting programs rely on support from other community partners that you support. So communities and schools, which is a part of the work that we do at Alexander Elementary School, is a program that we fund. Also, a number of these organizations here. We were able to secure 200 tickets to Greenville Village through a donation that we made to the Rotary. And those tickets will actually go out to parenting program partners and to families who participate in these programs to ensure that they have access to Greenville Village just like we do. So we thank you for your support for all this work.
And Pam Sims is making her way up now.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's good to be here. I'll try my best to get through this in 5 minutes. I'm Pam Sims, and I'm president and CEO of SHARE. SHARE, okay. SHARE is a nonprofit community action agency, and we serve individuals in 4 counties: Greenville, Anderson, Pickens, and Oconee. Our mission statement is to help people and communities exit poverty and achieve economic stability. Let me go back to my vision. I'm going a little bit too fast. Our vision is a community where anyone can rise above poverty and achieve economic stability. Again, SHARE offers a wide range of transformative services to help low and moderate income residents in upstate South Carolina. We've been in existence for more than 57 years, and we afford residents of our 4-county service area programs that educate, assist, encourage, and aspire families to achieve financial stability and independence. All of our programs are designed to help impoverished people rise from their circumstances and hopefully never go back to them. We strive to improve the community by providing for and empowering the minds of low-income families and individuals. SHARE administers a variety of programs to solve problems that folk in our communities face on a daily basis. We have 2 divisions at SHARE. One is our Children and Family Development Division that you know as Head Start and Early Head Start. And in Head Start, the income eligibility for Head Start is 100% of the FPL, the federal poverty level. There are also other circumstances that would qualify families to be eligible for Head Start if they receive SNAPs, if the child is homeless, or if the child is in foster care. Head Start provides an array of services to children and families, children from birth to 5, and also to pregnant moms. And when the pregnant moms have the babies, they exit the slots and the babies go into the slots in our Early Head Start program. We provide high quality education, health and nutrition, family partnership classes, community partnerships, social services, health and nutrition, disabilities for children with disability services for children with disabilities and special needs, and transportation. The second division at SHARE is Community Economic Opportunity. In that division, we have the Community Services Block Grant, or CSBG. In CSBG, services are job training, we provide rent assistance and health assistance. Also, in that division, we have our LIHEAP program. That's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. And in order to be eligible for LIHEAP, you have to meet 60% of the state median income. And if I may back up, I wanted to tell you that for CSBG, the income eligibility is 200% of the FPL. These are the services that we provide in community services, case management. We have a circles program. We partner with Buncombe Street Church, where we partner leaders and allies. These are the participants in that program get with folk who can help them to reach their goals. We have homeless services in that division, our ladder program, and that program is partially funded from United Way. We have a home repair program and our youth leadership program. And again, I'm Pam Sims, and I'm president and CEO at Share, and I tried to race through that to cut down on time. Thank you so much.
Okay, B. Oh, there. Follow me. Very good. Okay, and last we have B. Walter Smith.
Being a little height deficient, I'm going to step away. Again, my name is B. Walter Smith. I am the Director of Community Relations and Development at the Salvation Army of Greenville, Pickens, and Oconee counties. As you can tell, I'm all red from head to toe, and I'm a relatively new member of the Rotary Club, and I'm very honored to be a part of this organization. But I want to tell you a little bit behind the red shield. How many of you have heard of the Salvation Army? Do you all realize that we're open every day of the year? Do you all realize the impact that we make here in Greenville and in the communities that we serve? We've been here in Greenville a long time, since 1904. We were established in 1865 in England, and here in the United States, we represent over 400. There is a Salvation Army presence in 4,600 zip codes. So we do have an impact. Of every dollar we raise, 87 cents stays right here in the communities that we serve. The Salvation Army serves individuals and families experiencing the realities of poverty. We provide shelter to men, women, and children without a safe place to rest. I will share that we are not too far from here. We are right off Stone Avenue at Rutherford Street. We have a family shelter that has been overloved. And if you are interested in a tour, I'd be more than happy to give you one. It won't take long, but come and visit with us. We'd love to show you our current project and what we're working on. We provide 3 meals and shelter for 85 women, children, for 85 men, women, and children daily. We share food boxes for people experiencing food insecurities to have enough to eat. We also provide bread and baked goods to those facing hunger in our community. Our diversion program supports over 400 families where we actually provide rent and utilities to keep them in place. It is a lot more affordable to keep someone in their homes than it is for them to be put out on the street. So we have a program to help. We also provide disaster services throughout Florida, North Carolina, and the coast of South Carolina. The Salvation Army, do you realize that the Kroc Center, that's us? That's the Salvation Army. Not just on the end with the church, but the whole building. The Kroc Center is a part of the Salvation Army, and we are very proud of that. And we as Greenville community should be very proud of the Kroc Center. Do you all realize that that was a national competition? That the Kroc Center is one of 26 Kroc Centers in the country. Greenville community beat out Charleston, all the big cities. Greenville won. Plus, we are the only Kroc Center with a tennis complex. So how many of you are members of the Kroc Center? Come on, more than one or two. Well, please go and visit the Kroc Center. The Salvation Army also has the Boys and Girls Club, and we provide after school and summer programs for more than 125 children. Now, have anybody ever seen one of these? How many of you been passing those bells? Well, our Red Kettle Impact Campaign supports programs all year long. While our Red Kettles are out there, our goal here in Greenville specifically is to ring for 20 days in 24 locations and raise $250,000. Those dollars we need these dollars to help sustain the programs that we provide all year long. So when you pass a Red Kettle and you go, I don't have any cash, we have QR codes. And they work. We will start our Angel Tree program. Over 1,700 children have been adopted. And we will move into the Christmas Center starting on Monday, and our distribution is 2 weeks after that. So it's right now, this is the Super Bowl season of the Salvation Army, I assure you. But I will be at the parade. So I'll be there. I promise. I'm going to get to everything that I can get to. But for these children, it's absolutely incredible. We are very thankful for the individuals and companies that have adopted these children. We don't want any child to wake up and not have a special Christmas morning. So just by the numbers, just in the last year, we have served over 40,000 individuals. We've provided almost 82,000 meals. We have helped and supported 280 youths through our Girls and Boys and Girls Club. We've provided almost 25,000 nights of shelter. 464 families we've assisted with utilities and housing. Almost 2,500 children were provided gifts through our Angels Tree program. We're busy, and we are here all year long. Anytime that we can do anything to assist you or an individual or a family member or a coworker or our neighbor, please let us know. So how can you help? You can help a child with homework at the Boys and Girls Club. We need volunteers. Adopt an angel in our Angel Tree program. Ring a bell. Hey, you know what? If you ring the bell, you can wear your ear pods and dance and do something else. I promise. You can even sing. You can serve a meal in our shelter dining hall, sort donations for our family stores, sponsor a kettle, and teach music, art, or crafts at the Croc Center. So you can help our neighbors in need here in Greenville. So what I'm asking you to do is support the Salvation Army today. How about that? Thank you.
Well, you took the 20 minutes that somebody else had left, but that's okay. It all balances out. Thank you all for hanging in there today. We had a very full agenda. The cart bucket, please don't forget to pass the cart bucket. All right, we have our match for the cart bucket. Let's see. Then we have, thank you to everybody who presented today. We do have our book on the table there. Roger, would you hold that book up that they get to sign? I didn't bring it up with me. It was large. Okay, so they will all sign this book before you leave, please. That will be donated to Alexander Elementary School. Everybody, don't forget about Kringle. Volunteer, buy tickets, buy your Kringle loot tickets. Is that what they're called? And Penny has cards you can pick up from the table up here to put out at places of your business or give them out at church, anywhere to get the word out. We do only have the one meeting next month, the second Tuesday, our first scheduled meeting. The one after that, closer to Christmas, we will not be meeting. So please make sure to get out to Kringle. And I look forward to seeing those that were able to secure a ticket for Friday night before it was sold out, which will be wonderful to see Terry and Pam honored again. So that will be very nice. Okay, if we would all rise for our four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Meeting adjourned.